Joining me now is Max Choriev, who will be back in action September the 13th in the main event of Shamrock FC 368 when he takes on Justin Demoni. Max, how you doing, bud?
I'm good. I'm good. As of right now, I have a new opponent. So I don't know if if you heard or
They didn't tell me. This is brand new. Is this breaking news? I haven't even seen a post
yeah.
about it.
I just signed a contract 2 days ago. So it was like a last minute thing. The guy, I guess he doesn't want to fight anymore. So they gave me a new opponent.
Oh wow. Okay. What is the name?
Let me pull up his name. His name was. I watched a couple of his fights. Give me 1 second.
I thought that Edson would have mentioned this. I had no idea. I literally was just looking on Tapology too. I don't see any updates, so this has to be breaking news.
Yes. It's Andres Murray.
Andres Murray. Okay. What do you know about him? How different of a fight is this going to be than Justin would have been?
Um, I was preparing for like a lot more grappling, but it seems that all his loss has come from grappling. So I'm obviously I'm gonna still gonna play my game. I'm gonna go out there do what I do. Um, but mainly I'm just gonna try to just stay focused and let him come to me and let him make mistakes, and I'll try to capitalize on the mistakes he'll make. So if he goes to the ground, I'll try to capitalize on that. If he keeps standing, I'll try to capitalize on his mistakes standing.
I know you pride yourself on being a well-rounded mixed martial artist, but do you think that there's one area that you're best at?
I'd say my grappling is probably my a lot of my finish has come from grappling, ground pound, TKOs. But my stand up has evolved a lot so over the years, and I feel confident in my stand up too. So I mean, but the grappling, it's all I always have in my back pocket, so just in case I need to take somebody down, control them, um, I can always have that in my back pocket. So.
Okay. Yeah, well, I thought it was interesting too when I was, doing my research for your original opponent. He had 10 submission victories. I know he's a little bit older and he hadn't fought MMA in a while, but I thought like with your grappling going against him having, a lot of submission victories that it could be an interesting contest on the ground if it did happen, but that's no longer the case. Do you expect this to hit the ground a lot or
It could possibly happen, but like for me, it's at the end of the day, this is a mixed martial arts. I practice everything, striking, grappling, and I'm prepared for whatever he brings to the table. But more than anything, I think this guy's gonna be tough. Like a lot of these older fighters, they want to their techniques might not be the best, but they're fighters. They don't quit. They're gonna try to go till the end. So I just think he's tough. He's gonna be tough more than anything, mentally tough. So that's what I'm prepared for. But technique wise, skill wise, I think I'm better all around.
tell me a little bit about your evolution as a fighter since we had last spoken. I know it's been a little while. You're at Fortis MMA, bunch of
Correct.
killers around you, man. Like how have you been evolving around those guys at Fortis?
Just the pressure of training. Like, I'm getting a lot more work. I'm getting high level work more than anything. And plus, Coach Saif, he does the breakdowns. He breaks like what you're good at, what your skills, what you could work on, and evolves your game with your skills, your gifts, your attributes, like whatever you have. And it builds what you're lacking. So like overall, like one of my lost to Darren Weeks was like it was a preparation. And for me, like I didn't have the best preparation for the camp, and I had about 2 weeks of good training, which when I came to Fortis, then I went back to my other gym and I didn't get the work I needed. And when I went to step in the cage, more than physical, I'd say it was mental for me. I had people from the UFC, like big names, come up, and I had a lot of people. I was the main event. It was just a lot coming in, but now I've been through that. I feel better, and I feel like I'm more prepared mentally. So yeah,
Yeah, and that fight against Weeks, that was at Shamrock FC 354. That was in May of last year. You most recently got a UD win for Fury FC. How important was that for you mentally to get that win and log some more cage time in a tough fight?
After the Darren Weeks fight, the result, I was not happy with the result. It bothered me after the fight for a long time. And I wanted to get back in the cage as soon as possible. But once I came down to this gym to do the training, and coach was like, "Yo, you need to stop. You cannot rush into it. Your career is important, and like you can't rush into irrational decisions just because you came off a loss. You're thinking with your emotions instead of with your head." So he made me sit out for like almost a whole year, just getting acclimate to the gym, the new place, new gym, new city, new life, pretty much. And then I came in when I did get the fight in for Fury. I was calm. I was peaceful. I was calm. It was a good fight for me, and I think I needed that, which says a lot about the coach. He's like, "Yo, like I know you want to get back in there, but you gotta handle your outside problems, like outside. Then like come in with a peaceful mind into the fight game, you know." And that shows that he has experience and he knows what he's talking about, you know. So that's good. I think I needed that time off and getting that win.
And you still have a very stellar record, even with that lone loss, last year to Darian. What are your goals here moving forward, Max? Like, what do you hope to accomplish this year as you move into 2026?
I'm still trying to be active more than anything. So my goal is to get to the UFC, obviously, and potentially get on a contender series and get a contract through that. If not, just last minute call to the UFC. That would be great. And then once I do get in the UFC, I want to be ranked and be possibly the champion. God, God's willing, it'll happen.
How
So
close do you think you are? I mean, I know you're around guys that train at the top level all the time, but like, what kind of feedback are you hearing from those people close to you? Do you feel like you're maybe just a couple fights away from that?
yeah, I talked to my coach. He says like you are a UFC caliber fighter. You just need just the opportunity at this point. He's like just stay active, stay in shape, just keep training. Like now at this point, we're just waiting. We'll try to get on contender series, but like you might get something before then. So we're waiting on that. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah. So this is an important fight. You need to go in there and not just win, but win impressively.
Correct. I gotta finish my opponent.
As I mentioned before we started the interview, it has been a while since we last spoke. So I understand that you have this is your first child, right? Your son Atlas.
Yes, 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 yes. It's he's a blessing. I got married last year, and then my wife got pregnant right off the bat, and my kid was just born 3 months ago, so he's 3 months old now, and life is great. Like since then, like everything is so much. I mean, there's more pressure, but it gives you perspective outside. It's not important as like what's your family, how your family is.
Mhm.
For me, like I before my identity was almost like I'm a fighter, like I fight. This is what I do. This is what I live for. Now that I have a child and a family, my life's like my life is so much better in a sense. I come home to a loving wife and a peaceful home, so it's nice. It's very nice. Like it's not. It's like I have a new purpose almost. It seems. It feels like. So I enjoy it.
Good for you, man. That's awesome. Congrats. My wife and I are hoping to have a child. The plan is maybe, hopefully, this time next year I'll be a dad. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. Let me ask you, how's your sleep? How's your sleep, bro? Like, because that's the thing I'm worried about most. Like when you have a child, not getting enough sleep, and I can get kind of cranky if I don't get my 8 hours.
No, I understand. The baby sleeps well at nighttime. He gets like he sleeps. We put him to bed at 9 o'clock. He usually doesn't wake up till 6 a.m. So like, yeah, he sleeps. He's my wife's has sleeps training done with him. So like she like nighttime. I don't even wake up. My wife handles all that. Like he doesn't really get up and cry. Well, when he does, I mean, I help out. I could bring some milk to him. But like other than that, like I sleep fine.
Okay.
Like yeah, like luckily we lucked out with our kid. He wasn't one of those quiet babies.
I was gonna say like that's you're very fortunate because I've heard some different stories,
Yes.
friends of mine, where they don't sleep. So you are very fortunate,
I'm
my man.
very fortunate with that one. I really lucked out with that one.
Are you guys hoping to have more kids?
Yes. I'm planning to purchase a house, possibly a year or two from now. Hopefully sooner, but then once we get that house, I would like to have more kids.
Good for you. Well, congrats on all the
Thank
personal
you so much.
success.
Thank
That's
you,
great
Tim.
to hear. Tell me what it's like, fighting for Shamrock FC. Obviously, one of the best of the premier promotions in the country, right? There's a lot of them out there, but they're definitely one of them. So, like, what is it like when you go there and you compete for Shamrock?
Uh, it's great. I love fighting for Shamrock. I've been fighting for them. Actually, they're like one of the first promotions I fought for. I'm from St. Louis, and for me, they have taken care of me from the beginning. They always, whatever I need, they always helping me out. If they need to with something else, they always reach out to me, and they have good communication, good production. I'm always satisfied with Shamrock, and whenever I come home to fight for them, it's like fighting coming back home. Like I live in Texas now, but like every time I go to Shamrock, anytime I go to Shamrock, I feel like I'm putting show for like my people. Like it's like coming to our family. So yeah.
Do, do you anticipate having a lot of support in the arena come fight night?
I always have support. Like anytime I fight for Shamrock, not just my fans, but like people from the city, anybody, they're like, oh, let's go. Like he's representing our city, so I'm always down to fight for them, and always happy to fight for them.
Tell me who's going to be your corners come fight night? Who's making the trip with you?
So originally, it was supposed to be one of my buddies who I train with, Jeremiah, and my coach Saif, but one of the UFC fighters, he got a last minute fight, Diego. Um, and he has to corner him, unfortunately, so he won't be able to corner me. So I'll have Jeremiah and my buddy Charles Woods. They're gonna be coming out there with me, and we're gonna go out there and just handle business.
Awesome, my man. And again, to circle back to the new opponent, you said you need to go in there and get the finish. Do you have an official prediction? Like, ultimately, what do you see happening? Is this an early night? You subbing him? You knocking him out? What's the prediction for the fans?
At the end of the day, it's a fight, so it can go either way. But what I want to do is go out there, finish him standing. Like with either TKO or like just drop him and knock him out. I need a finish. I need a finish, and I believe with the work we've been putting in, I have that skill and what I need in my toolbox to get that finish.
Well,
So
I wish you the best of skill come fight night. Unfortunately, I live on the East Coast, so I wouldn't be able to make the trip to be there. But I'll be watching on online. So hopefully, you get the win, and maybe that Contender Series fighter UFC will be around the corner for you. But great talking with you again, Max. Before we do officially sign off, I want to give you the floor. If you have any like sponsors or just anyone in general that you want to give a shout out to and thank, the floor is yours.
okay, yeah, I like to thank my first of all, I like to thank God, and I like to thank my coach Saif. He has helped me a lot since I moved to Texas, and just with work, with just networking, everything. He just helped me a lot, and my team. Without those guys, I wouldn't be here talking to you or putting on a show for Shamrock. So I like to thank those guys and my family. My family and my training partners.